But if I actually add into a third entity, a relationship, marriage, a business, a partnership, whatever, a friendship, whatever that may be, then it's less, to me anyways, it's less about ego against ego. It's about how do we nurture the third entity.
I like that.
And then also the first sentence that the Tao Te Ching came to mind, the way that can be spoken of is not the eternal way. So simply said, truth cannot be described or articulated.
That's right.
Truth can be felt, but it can be described by words, right?
That's right. That's
It's
right.
the alpha and the omega. So in my mind,
truth is not a fixed entity.
Correct. In my mind, how I'm going forward in going to any future potential conflicts or point of discussion, I'm going to be thinking about, it's not about getting to the truth with words. Rather, it's describing around the truth, and in it, the discussion, truth can be felt and be palpable. And hopefully, I'm talking to Chris Voss soon, a negotiator, that we can come up with something that's negotiated that could be even better than what either side thought about in the beginning.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One image comes to mind, and that is when you see people practicing martial arts and they're really practicing it as a spiritual discipline, there's never any antagonistic relationship with the enemy. Ultimately, it's like a dance. You want to dance, and one of the people is going to be defeated in the dance, but done so with great respect and honor. In fact, there's a great, I'm trying to remember the movie. It's a famous movie where there's a Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris fight scene, and Bruce Lee defeat Chuck Norris, and you could see he clearly has honor and respect for him, and that, I think, is so key. A true, genuine honor and respect, whether that is trying to navigate through a tough communication in a relationship with your partner or spouse, or whether that is working with some sort of negotiation or a co-founder or whatever on your team. If you can approach it as essentially a dance of two people where there's no winner and there's no loser, you just want to work with as much grace as you possibly can and as much honor and respect for the other as you possibly can, versus trying to defeat them. When I studied Aikido, I had to really learn how to back off from trying to defeat my partner. I remember my sensei would come up to me and say, it's not about power over the other. It's about efficient use of the energy that's already present here between you. It's not about, the goal is not to defeat the enemy. The goal is to manage the energy effectively with presence. And so I had to, as this big 6'3" guy, I thought this was fun. I'll get to beat people up, having no idea that wasn't what it was all about at all. And then ultimately seeing that Aikido is much more of a dance. And the more connected and centered one can become in that, the more powerful they actually become. It actually translates into having greater strength, because you're not in a place of trying to force yourself against the opposition. You're there in a interactive play with the quote unquote enemy.